Do you know what one of the biggest questions I get? It's what is this color behind me on the wall? Yeah, we're going to talk paint today. The reason we're talking about paint is because if you make the wrong choice, if you paint your home in the wrong color, when you go to sell, you could be costing yourself tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the timeless paint colors, both Sherwin Williams and Benjamin Moore. These are colors that are going to stay firm. They're going to stay true, whether you're thinking of selling 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the color on this wall, and then I'm going to show you different pictures from inside my home and how the color kind of changes depending on the day, depending on the lighting. You're going to see how it's so important for you to make sure you prepare, you test out these colors before you put them on your walls. So hey, it's me, Katie, and you guys know I've done this thousands of times with people, and I will tell you, the one thing I know, the one thing I've shared with you is that your first showing is online. Now, your first showing is online because buyers are moving very, very quick. They are fast. They are busy. They don't want to waste time looking at a house that isn't going to fit in what they're looking for. So for example, let's say they are at the top of their budget and the whole house is painted in reds or purples or greens. They are calculating in their mind how much it's going to cost them to go ahead and make the house look like it matches their furniture. So now you're probably going to say, but my buyers are going to want to pick out the color for themselves and paint the house. No, they're not. I'm telling you, all the colors that I'm going to go over today are the colors that the buyers are looking for. Now, they may paint an accent wall here or there, but I promise you, if you paint your home one of these colors, your buyers will not repaint it and they will feel like it's move-in ready. Paint is the most important update you can make to your home if you're thinking of selling. I am telling you, it changes homes. It changes feelings. It changes energy. It gives it a fresh, clean look. So paint is really big. In addition, it is the least expensive thing you can do that makes the most impact. I promise you, any paint you put on the walls, you are going to get it back when you go to sell your home. So definitely this information is what you need to make sure you're not making a mistake when you go to paint your house. Now, all these colors I have in here are neutrals, and neutrals are going to appeal to those buyers. There are no real colors in here. They're all a variation of Greige. So Greige is a combination of gray and beige. You may or may not know this word. Somebody said that I was saying it wrong, but I'm not saying it wrong. I took French for many years, so I know it's Greige. So this is a color that's very popular because, before it used to be where grays were the popular color. Now we're talking cool gray, and this gray would have been something that builders would have put in their fix and flip homes. And it's very common. I'm sure you've seen this. We've got 1,000 examples of people who are like, just put some gray on the walls and it'll be fine. But right now that color is out. And part of the reason that color is out is because it doesn't exude warmth. And so it's really important when you're bringing people into your home that you're exuding warmth. Now, as I go through and talk to you about these colors, you're going to notice some are warm and some are cool. And you need to really, really keep in mind the rest of your home. And that's taking a look at your flooring, at your tile, at your carpet, at the woodwork in your kitchen. Because if your home is leaning a little warm with like warm tile that you're not going to change, you've got to make sure that you're pulling in a color that's a little bit warmer. Because if you pull in a color that's a little bit cooler, it's not going to quite work. Now, I see a lot of people who go out and they get like gray carpet and they think that's going to work. And then their walls are a little warm. You have to make sure the tones work. So going through this, I'm going to show you all the tones as well. Okay, now all of these colors are in this video and the whole list you're going to see right there. But if you're feeling like you want these for your own information, I want to make sure you're downloading my seller's playbook. This is a 40-page book now, and it's got tons of information on what you should do to get your home ready to sell if you're selling now or in the future. It's going to talk to you about updates, but most importantly, it's going to talk to you about the paints that you should be painting your home. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about is whites and neutrals. This first color has to be one of my very, very favorite colors, and especially for trim. But this is also a good wall color if you're looking for something that is a white. White Dove is a fantastic color. It is a little warmer, so it pulls a little warm, but it's a beautiful color for living rooms, kitchens, and trim. And this is one that I highly recommend if you have warmth in your home, as far as in your tile, and you're thinking about painting your cabinets white. This does pull a little warm, and that is one of my favorite colors. My next color is Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore. This is a great color as well. So if you're looking for a bright, crisp white, this is a really cool, clean, white that's great for trims and ceilings and modern spaces. So now this is a color that leans a little cool. So you want to make sure that you're matching up the tones within your home. Alabaster by Sherwin Williams. Alabaster is a warm off-white, and it brings really a sense of calm and serenity to the bedrooms and bathrooms and kitchens. It's really a popular choice. So this does lean a little bit warm, so keep that in mind. Paper White by Benjamin Moore. Now this is a nice, cool, modern white, and it has some gray undertones. It's perfect for like minimalistic interiors and really small spaces like bathrooms. So that narrows it down to my whites. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about the gray and the Greige colors. Revere Pewter by Benjamin Moore. Now this color is something that I have recommended for many, many years. It has been one of my go-to colors. It does have a little bit more color in it. It's truly one of the most popular warm grays, and it has some slight green undertones, and you can definitely see this when it is on the walls. It's great for open floor plans and living rooms, and really both for traditional and modern homes. Now this does lean a little warm, as you can see. One thing I want to talk to you about is making sure that the colors do work in your home. As you move from room to room, you're going to see that the colors change based on if it's natural light or overhead light, if it's morning sun or afternoon sun. And it's really important that you go through this and you kind of look to see. I mean, do some samples on the walls. Also, you can order these larger size peel and stick samples that we have links to down below. And these will come and you can take them and honestly just put them on your wall, and you can see how it looks in the morning sun, afternoon sun, and in the evening when you're using your own lights. Because the worst thing that's going to happen is if you go and paint your whole house in this color and you realize that you don't like the way it looks in certain rooms. Colonnade Gray by Sherwin Williams is my next kind of gray color. So this is a warm gray and it has some beige undertones. It's really versatile with kitchens and living rooms. And like I said, if you're looking for something that has a little bit of color in it, maybe it's just not your stark white, this is a great choice as well. But make sure you look at the tone. This does pull a little bit warm. My next one is Balboa Mist by Benjamin Moore. So this is a warm light gray, and it has really a soft and tranquil feel. Honestly, it's going to work best in bedrooms and foyers. And this color does pull a little warm. Agreeable Gray by Sherwin Williams. Now this is really a favorite. Lots and lots of people really do love this color. It is a warm greige that will work in pretty much any space that you have. And as you can see, it does pull warm. Edgecomb Gray by Benjamin Moore. Now this is another color that I've been recommending for years. I really do love this color too if you're looking for something that has a little bit of color in it. So this is going to give you a soft, inviting, warm feel. And again, this color does pull warm as well. Now I'm going to show you a few cool grays. So remember, if your house pulls a little bit cool, maybe you have gray in your floors, or there's something, your furniture is maybe more modern and stark and cooler, you're going to want to look at the cooler grays. And remember though, if you have some warm bases in your house, these are the ones that you might not want to work with. Classic Gray by Benjamin Moore. This is a cool light gray. It has a little bit of warmth in it. It's a great option for kind of small spaces or bedrooms. My next color is Repose Gray, and it's by Sherwin Williams. So this is going to be a cool gray with a little bit of blue undertones in it. This is really good for bedrooms or bathrooms, and as I've said, this one pulls a little cool as well. Silver Chain by Benjamin Moore. So this is a cool medium gray. It has some subtle blue overtones. It's perfect for dining rooms and living spaces where you kind of want a serene, modern vibe. Stonington Gray by Benjamin Moore. So Stonington Gray is a color that I have definitely recommended over the years as well, and it does bring in a nice color. It is a true gray color, and it does have some blue overtones, so it's best in kitchens, dining rooms, and offices. It's going to give it a really, really sleek, polished look. Now, if you're really feeling like you need to go gray, Gray Owl by Benjamin Moore is a strong color as well. It's a light, cool gray with blue. It has some green undertones in it as well, and it creates a fresh look in bathrooms and bedrooms. So I'm down to the last two, and remember, I'm going to tell you what the color is behind me on the wall here, but want to make sure you download that seller's playbook. But if you're still feeling like you're struggling a little bit and you don't want to make the wrong decision, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll go ahead and refer you to a couple of agents who are able to help you make these decisions that are not going to cost you money when you go to sell your home. All right, so I have two kind of unique neutrals. One is Moonshine by Benjamin Moore. Now this is kind of a cool light gray, and it has a hint of green, so it's perfect for bedrooms and bathrooms. It kind of gives like an airy, refreshing space. So that's kind of a cool, unique color. Now finally, you're going to ask me what color is on the walls behind me. And it's interesting because this is a very, very popular color in general. However, when we moved in, this whole house was painted the exact same color. color. So now when I am in different areas of the house, this color looks extremely different. In some areas, it definitely pulls probably a little bit warmer than I'd like. In some areas, it does look a little bit gray. This is one of those colors that I highly recommend that you get one of those swatches, the peel and stick swatches, and you put it up on the walls and you see how it works during the day. So this color is Accessible Beige by Sherwin Williams. And you can see it's a slight beige, but it does have some gray undertones. And so, like I said, this color is super unique depending on what room you're in and what time of day you're in. So make sure if you're painting this color that you know exactly how it's gonna look in the room that you're gonna put it in. I have to say I do like this color and it is neutral, but in some rooms it does pull a little warm. So this video was kind of a list video. Typically my videos, you know, are stories and conversations about how to make sure that you're making the most money when you go to sell your home. I would love for you to subscribe because I don't want you to miss some of the great stories that I have to tell you. Even if you're not selling for many, many years, having this knowledge that I'm providing you, I'm telling you, could really make you more money in the long run. In addition, the things that I'm teaching you here, a lot of real estate agents do not know. So please go ahead, subscribe, and make sure you don't miss the next video. I'm promising you this video is super, super important if you're thinking about selling your home. This is the biggest mistake that you might make when you're thinking of selling your home. Swear to God, it's true.